Okay, so we're going to have some Friday evening golf. This is the final round of the 2019 Carolina Playoff Classic from the Greater Greensboro Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina. As you can see, the adjusted date would be August 1st. Actually, it would be August 4th, 2019. I am Earl, and we're going to finish this tournament out. The leaders have just made the turn. We're playing twosomes here, so we've got 6 of them. And we're going to see how this plays out. Where we left off after the third round with CJ Hope was the leader, and he was in that final pairing with Dustin Emerick. Well, it has gotten extremely good here as of late. If you can look at the bottom group on the screen there, Dustin Emerick has birdied 4 out of the last 5 holes. And CJ Hope, 3 of the last 5, except he bogeyed 9, which brought him into a tie with Dustin Emerick at minus 19. So he had reached minus 20, and then that bogey set him back. We've got 2 more that are 1 back. Trent McAdams, Yun Lee Song lurking. McAdams on a 5 under round so far, having extra control. Yun Lee Song 3 under on his round, and Garrett Leonard also at 5 under with extra control, which are that for both of those guys, those are till further notice traits that they have gained. So we are at the point where, as you can see on this scoreboard right here, we are at the 15th with that first group, and when we get there, that means we go with the emerging contender roll. So we will do that right now. I have changed my mic setup. This may not sound quite as crisp or whatever you want to call it as it may have previously, but I'm hoping this will be a little more stable as far as the audio goes, and we don't have these little blips that have haunted me up till now. So, and I have a little different setup. I have a second screen which I can use now, so I'm hoping I can be a little more involved in chatting with all you. So feel free to chime in, and hopefully this will be good. But we got to do the emerging contender. And since Emerick is tied for the lead with a minus 4 score, hey Larry, good to see you. Because he's got a minus 4, we do roll once on the emerging contender chart. So I will get the black and the white dice, and again, always ascending roll, and it's 13, so there will be an emerging contender, which always kind of throws so this is something I probably haven't troubleshot, and I will also say that since I've kind of changed the way I've done this, these emerging contenders are coming up, which make for some interesting just some interesting diversions here, because now I've got to actually I alphabetized my cards, so that's going to help. Okay, Alex, so the top golfer in B group emerges as contender. So I'll take you over to this screen here, and let's see if the sound bugs out as I change some things. So we're going to go to first 3 rounds, and I've got to go down all the way to the bottom of this chart where I did remember when we did this stuff before, and we got to look here at the groupings. And so the top golfer in B, well, and this is not going to be easy either. I guess I'm going to have to change this chart so I can actually see what because we got to go off the tournament, right? The tournament ratings. So I've got some other things to think about here. It's really actually great that that I'm having this happen, because it's given me a chance to learn the various nuances that you kind of do something and you get it done, and then little things come up. So Alec Newcomb's a 3B. Connor Messick is a 3B, so there's a tie. Ellis Moberly. I should have done this beforehand, but I like doing this on another 3B. There's going to be some. So you know what? Rance Aberley's a 1C. If Gil Granbury is I think he's a 1B. I think he's going to be the top. Evan Aldrich is a 2A, is my recollection. So, Gil Granbury, correct? 1B. I've used these golfers enough. 1B. Oh, you can't even see him here, but. So here you go. 1B is Gil Granbury on this list over here. And out of all these other guys, Cavallari, Reisner, Villanueva, he's the only one that's a 1B. So, yeah, and it's going to be stress testing the new setup because this is something I think that I kind of overlooked was now we got to use the emerging contender part of my chart, and this could get interesting. But let's try it and see. Gil Granbury. And he was at B+, right? 199 was his starting score. And also I need to open this up and put in Granbury. 199. And the chart says he is 2 strokes back of the leader. So when you go 2 strokes back, at 199 was minus 11. So that's a minus 6 score. Come on, how about some love? Yes! It's on the chart. All right, we're good. Okay. See, that's what I get worried for nothing. Get worried, and it doesn't do you any good. So don't worry. Be happy. So we're going to start on 16 with Gil Granbury, who is... And one of the things that I think it would be nice in this game is to be able to give this guy some kind of chips. Because I feel like if he is 6 under par, he's probably got... There's a chance he's got chips. Or to have just a roll that says, okay, he doesn't get any chips. Or maybe even he has a red chip, like 1 red up to maybe 3 blue. Because he may have just stockpiled, made a bunch of clutch putts. So we don't really have that right now. But let's... And now I have the second screen, I can see that I don't have my game surface up. So, good. 16th. So, Greater Greensboro is a relatively straightforward, playable course. If you look at your scoreboard down the bottom right, you see how many players are in red for the today. There aren't any. There is one. He's off the screen right now. I believe that is Justin Wallace. He is the only guy I believe that is over par right now. He's actually 3 over par. But everybody else is under par. Easy course, except for Chico. Chico is... But you see on the screen here, Chico, he can't earn any blue chips, so that's kind of like hindering his progress. The 16th is 175 yards. It's a par 3. The course will have a 50% chance of taking control when we play this. There is water. 22, 35, and 66 have water, and so 22 and 66 are only one spot. 35 is a double. Although, champion or laser, Gil Granbury is laser. If he were to get a 35 and end up having course control, he would actually get golf cam course. There's no daunting, so it's probably a slightly tougher than, well, it's probably an average par 3. Par 3s play a little tougher than the normal hole, I would say. So here's Granbury playing this hole. Let's see how he does. Trying to stake a charge at Hope and Emerick. And he gets control, 2-3-6. It asks if he is a hacker, which he is not. So then we go to experience. He's an icon. Green 6 asks if he's an icon. So because he is, he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He needs a 1 or a 2 when we re-roll green in order to make that and to draw within a shot with 2 holes left to play. 1 or 2. It's a 1. It's in the hole. So Granbury knocks it in, continues his hot, streaky play, and this is probably the best he has played on my tabletop. I think he's won a tournament, but he has not fared well when we play. Okay, let's go and get to the Honorado Fonseca group. We're going to be working through these groups now. So, I'm not sure which was the good point, Larry, but I'll take whatever point you're willing to give me. 15 is the lone par 5 on the back 9. It's a par 70 course, so you have really just 2 excellent birdie opportunities. Just a second as I have to... I need to change my window here a little bit so I can see everything. So it is 545. So even with it being 545 yards, it's still considered a direct hole. Now the green is challenging. If somehow you get a 4 or a 5, you're going to end up with a, as long as you end up golf cam course, you're okay. The other thing is that this is another one of these boutique holes that has become commonplace in the new sets. I believe this is the only one on Greater Greensboro. But before the tee shot, we make an analysis for these guys. Do they want to play it safe or do they want to go for it? If they play it safe and you end up on the question mark, you have you would end up with a difficult putt for birdie. It's just right out of the way. If you decide you're going to go for it, you're going to try and hit your second shot to the green, you're going to rely on the decide or die to choose whether you go big or go home. If the decide or die has a bullet, you get a moderate putt for eagle. It makes it over the green. It's a great shot. You have a chance at a good score. If it's blank, the ball comes up short, takes a kerplunk into the drink, and you're going to be grabbing another ball out of your bag and playing probably your par shot to the green, I'm guessing. So, no, your birdie shot. Anyway, so let's go with Honorado here. And he will, let's see, where is he? He is 5 back with 4 to play. He's going to go for it because he would really like an eagle, and then he'd have to birdie out to get up there into where the leaders are. So he wants 1 through 3 because it's, again, 2 degrees of course control. And he gets the 2. 1, 2, 6. Is he at, oh wait, we're on the par 3 chart. Go to the par 5 chart. 1, 2, 6. Dynamic or direct? He is not dynamic, but this hole is direct. He gets a moderate eagle putt. And he has chips. And he will use 1 of them because that'll make it an easy eagle. If he misses it, he still gets the gimme birdie to make. But he would like to keep a chip. He needs more than just an eagle here. So if he can get a 1 to 4 now, he will eagle 15 and move himself to minus 16, which would be 3 behind. And it's in. So if we hadn't taken the chip, he still would have gotten the eagle. So it's in the hole, and he moves to, minus 4 on his round. A good eagle there for Honorado. Got what he wanted, trying to go for it, and he hit a couple of really great shots and gave himself a chance to sink a putt. So now Fonseca doesn't have any blue chips. He can't earn any, and so that makes this a lot tougher. 1, 3, 4. Is he duffer? No. Champion. So he's semi-champion. And when we have semi-qualities, if you're new to History Maker Golf, you have to look at this guy right here, which is considered the decide or die. It's a D2, either yes or no. And it's kind of what we talked about there on the go for. It's no here, so he's not a champion this time. And then he's not utility, so he has a moderate birdie putt. And he has no way to make it any easier than moderate. He doesn't have any confidence. Had a conflict with his caddy, so he needs a 1 or 2. And he does make it. So Fonseca has done fairly well for not having blue chips to his favor. Oh, so Larry, I guess, is giving chips to emerging contenders. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess, hey, I don't know. It would just be something that I think could make that even more charitable to the emerging contender, because I feel like it's really tough to see one of those guys win. Because on a lot of courses, they're coming in on 16, and it may be like one of the toughest holes on the course. And they're immediately coming in with nothing to be able to take control of a hole. All right, so the 14th is a long par 4, but there's no daunting nature to it. 501 yards, 4 degrees of course control, though, so it is on the tougher side. You're not going to really have a chance to take control. Now, Leonard and McAdams would be able to get a white roll of 4 on there to help them out there. And you do have one little asterisk here at 24 where it's going to make that putt that you get off of whatever chart you're coming from, as long as it's not a clutch putt, it will make it 1 degree tougher. It's the caution symbol. So it'll be Van Dyke. Van Dyke has not done too poorly, but everybody else is just blowing him away to an extent. He's -3 on his round, but only finds himself 15 under with he's got 4 shots to make up here. And he's had a couple of, I think he's had 3 bogeys, which has not helped him. So course control with a white 5. 14 means his drive finds the rough on the left side. And a green 2, though, is a good lie in the rough. So we'll see if he's a master, which he is, he gets a wow roll. He'll get a blue chip. And we get to re-roll white, and this is a great shot out of this rough. He's got great recovery skills out of rough. And so he's going to have a chance to knock this potentially close. We roll the white die, lower the better, but it's a 6, which means that it will be a difficult putt for birdie. So it could have been better, but it didn't check up the way it needed to. Rolls to the back of the green, and he's got a difficult birdie putt. I think we're going to go ahead and have him try and make this, because it's a 1, and then he'll have a moderate par if he misses. He needs a 1 to make this difficult birdie. That's a 2. If we had used the chip, he would have made it. All right, now a moderate par, avoid a 6. And again, you don't know how many times you will see a 6 when you chance that. So, and that's an easy bogey. And he almost misses that. But, the 3 putts, I'll tell you, that second roll, I feel like these die, like this die here, when your hand gets around it and touches it more than a couple times, whatever the heat is, it activates that 6. It makes that thing come up like most of the time when you got that going on. I know, I sound wacko, but... Okay, Gareth Leonard. Okay, he gets the white 4. He has extra control, so this is going to be off of his card. He's going to have a 1-2-2. Duffer, no. Hacker, no. Moderate putt for birdie. So he's got a 1 or 2 in order to make it. Do we want to use a blue chip? Where is Gareth? Gareth is 2 back. He could get within 1 if he makes it. It would go to from moderate to easy. You'd still need to make a 66% chance. He's throwing caution to the wind. You're going to try and make this 1-4. And it's in a 4 right on the dot. That was the only way he was going to make that, was to use the chip. And he gets to within 1, drawing level with Granbury, McAdams, and Yunli Song, who we have yet to see yet. So, hopefully the microphone is still doing its thing. I've taken voice meter banana out of the equation, just going straight into my processor, and hopefully that does the trick. So the 13th, pretty easy hole, 2 degrees of course difficulty. So, a little bit there, but not too much. It's not like you have any cordial going on. You do have a chance, with a golf cam green, which you can get those off of the golfer, control as well. You could get a you have a semi-friendly, so half the time you could have a friendly green, which will bring you a birdie chance. Usually clutch. But so it says a drawn shot along the left tree line is ideal tee shot. So basically sounds like a dog leg left a little bit. And also the clue here is the green being on the left side of the card. You know, they try to make this look like the fairway is curving to the left. So undulating green plays easier than it looks. So, but we only have 2 chances to hit this card here, or to hit those spaces. So Alain Zelderloo, the Belgian, is, you know, this is his second chance here on the leaderboard. And while he's not done poorly, he's not also just hasn't really gotten anywhere. So it'll be course control. 55 is going to be golf cam course. So with it being neutral, probably going to end up with a par, but let's see, not cordial, not daunting, so we have an easy par putt, which is just what he wants. Just avoid 6s, and he does. And now we will meet up with Trent McAdams. He is 1 back. We've got 6 guys within a shot of the lead, so here comes Trent McAdams. Now he gets 4 out of the 5 will go off of his card. And then, of course, we have that white 6, which is, in theory, golfer control. We haven't seen that yet. So he has control 1-1-2, a low roll, which usually just means a moderate birdie for most guys. Now, he's not cold, so that's good. And he's not a gilded golfer, which shows up in the experience portion of the card. So it is a moderate birdie. So he's going to need a 1 or a 2. And because we see a 1 on the green die, I always think to myself, well, getting back-to-back 1s is not always going to happen. But oh, and he gets the 2. He makes the birdie. He's going to join those guys in the lead. Wow, that snuck in. It was on its way. It looked like it was... It just took a... I don't know if it hit a spike mark or what. I mean, this is our soft spikes. We don't really get as many spike marks, but something directed it into the hole. And that moderate birdie puts Trent McAdams into a tie for the lead. 6 under par today. Playing great. Will we get a new winner? Will we get someone other than Emerick? That's the big question here. Par 3, you know, a tough par 3, 5 degrees of difficulty. So, you know, you're not going to really go off of your own traits very often unless you have a chip to spend. And neither Mackay Berry nor Justin Wallace do. Now, Wallace is... Let's see, what the heck is he? He's got to be like 12 under par probably, which would put him out of contention, but... just a moment here. I'm going to take a little... Yeah, you know, I don't need anything to make this any longer. I'm going to just take Justin out of contention right now. So 235 yards, 5 degrees of course difficulty, and let's just make it a little easier on myself here. So Mackay Berry will be first on the tee here. He's coming off a bogey at 11. We'll see 11 with the Summers Lee song group. And 36 is going to be rough in 1 and a green 4. On the par 3, he is not a workman, so he gets a moderate putt for par. Moderate pars are 1 to 5, and he makes it. And so out of contention, I've got to move this chart somewhere else so I can see it. Okay, so we're going to roll white die on the out of contention. It's normal, and it's 5. That'll be a par for Wallace. And we'll just move on to 11. And it'll be Yun Lee Song, and then Heath Summers. Okay, so one of the 2 reasonably tough holes on the back 9. I think 8. Let's see, was 18? Yeah, 18 is the other one. You know, those are the 2 where you're going to get some semi-daunting quality there. But 11, 488 yards, so it's above the 475 threshold that used to be like the standard for a par 4. That doesn't, you know, you get these guys like, you know, Bryson DeChambeau on the regular tour, like cranking the heck out of it. And you know, a 550 hole would really just be kind of like a medium par 4 for these guys. But anyway, you do have, again, these asterisks where it'll make the putt a little tougher, but it's 5 degrees of control. And, you know, here's a choice where you've got a red chip for Yun Lee Song, and you decide whether or not you could cast it off right here and just go ahead and eat it, right? I mean, eat the red chip, decide, you know, but the other thing you're doing then is taking away the chance at a par with the white 6. So you got a 1 in 6 chance of that. And when you do this, you're basically, I think what we need to do is we just need to go ahead and let it ride and hope you get the 1 out of 6. But the other thing is, you might be better off doing it where you don't have a semi-daunting hanging over you. So it's 22, golf cam course, and the decide or die is yes. So it's going to be daunting. Now the good news is, though, the green 1, cordial, is it cordial? No. So it isn't even going to check if it's daunting. So that is one of the things about the course and the green charts is you got like a one or two rolls where you don't, you have 1 roll per set where you don't even check the negative, or you don't check the positive either. So in this case, you don't check the negative, daunting, you check cordial. So now, because it's not cordial, then that's kind of like, oh, well, probably a clutch par, except that it checks one other trait. It checks if he is laser, and it turns out he is, so he gets a clutch birdie putt. And if he makes this, he will get rid of the red chip. He's 1 to 4. He is semi-gold. It's covered up there by the chip. Now he'll get a second red chip if he misses it, though. That's the downside. Can he make let's say it's 7 feet. Clutch putt here, 1 to 4. Oh, and it's 5. He gets a second chip. He blows it. Feels the nerves, and now he's got to make an easy par, but a chance wasted for Yun Lee Song. That would have gotten him into the tie as well. Oh, my word. What a letdown for him. Now, Heath Summers, he is now 3 back. He's fallen on a little bit of hard times here. He bogeyed 10. He was, like, right there. Now, he's going to get a blue chip and a par. There's that white 6 we were talking about. So, for you who like to play this, another thing I like to do sometimes, because, and I should have done that here with Yun Lee Song, if you come off that missed clutch putt and you already had a red chip, I play it that you can use the red chip you already had to take the easy follow-up to make it moderate, which is still an 86% chance. I mean, you're risking a little bit there, but I don't know. I don't know if it's something that's, for some reason that doesn't seem to come up with the 6s as often as it does if you miss your first putt. So the 10th, so we got Emerick and Hope making the turn. 4 degrees of difficulty, 440 yards, par 4. Demanding start to the back 9, long downhill tee shot to a sloping uphill green. Fairway bunkers attract errant shots. So we have had 2 out of 10 bogeys so far on this hole, but we've also had 4 birdies. So there is some scoring there to be done, depending on what you get. And so he gets a white 6. He will take a par with patience and earn a blue chip and move on. Now, CJ Hope, done pretty well here. He is -2. Pretty good round so far. Just a couple blemishes on 2 and 9. And he gets the white 1. That's a 2-4-5. That may be short game. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Legend, no. Yeah, it's short game, but he's got a green 2. So it's going to ask, is he stone? And he's not, so he's going to get a pin chance. So he's going to have a run at this with this chip shot. He needs a 1 and the decide or die to be yes, and he would hole it. Otherwise, we will figure out what it becomes. Oh, and he almost makes it. If the decide or die said yes, it would have been in, but instead it'll be a gimme par. Gimme pars are all 3 rolled, and they all have to be 6 to miss. And he makes it. What's Korean for rattled? Good question. Spoiled kimchi, maybe. I don't know. Okay, to 17. So let's just reset the scoreboard. We've got 3 at -19. McAdams, the American, Hope, the South African, and Emerick, the Sith Lord, or whatever you want to call it. So then you've got Granbury, Leonard, Yunli, Song. I mean, you've got pretty much those 6. Any of those guys, I think, are in play right now for some love. So Honorado coming off of that. Oh no, we've got Granbury first. Granbury, the emerging contender, coming off a birdie. Now this is a birdie hole too, 406 yards, only 2 degrees of course difficulty. So if he can get a 1 to 3 on the white die, maybe he can get another birdie and get right up into that lead gaggle there. So let's see what happens for Granbury. But he gets a white 5, and then 36 is in the trees with his second shot, so he's going to have to get up and down for par. Green 2, he's not a master, so he ends up with an easy par putt, but his chance at joining the lead will have to wait till 18. He needs to avoid 6s, which he does. He gets snake eyes. Par for Granbury. Now we'll go to Honorado coming off of his eagle at 15. And he's going to hold on. Like, we could use a blue chip and get him in control, but he's got a couple chances here at that. He's going to let it ride. Plus, it doesn't have daunting, so it's not going to. There aren't those automatic bogey chances available to him right here. And he gets the 2, 114. So should at least get a moderate birdie out of this, right? Let's see, 114. Is he cold? No, he's coming off birdie eagle. So he does have a moderate putt. Now the question is, do we save the blue chip or do we use it here, get him to -17? Well, if he's going to get this, I think he's got to do some luck. He needs to have some good luck on his side. So he's going to let it ride here, about a 15-footer. He needs a 1 or 2 to get to within 2. And it's in. On a roll here. Birdie to follow up. Eagle and birdie. And Gale Honorado moves to -17. He's got a chance to post a score here, guys. And that would be, he would be a new winner on tour. Now Chico, without blue chips. Conflict with his caddy. 146 on the par 3. Utility, no. So it goes to experience. And he will be icon. The green will ask if he is. So he'll have a moderate birdie putt. 1 or 2. And it's in. So we've got some putts being made here. But Fonseca, well, moves to -14. But this is just like consolation prize money. This is the top 125 of this tournament. The next one will be 100. So some of these guys, I don't know which ones. Actually, we can take a look over here at this real quick. I don't want to take a lot of time. But this will tell us who is in that top, or not in the top. Who is, do we have anybody in that 100 section? We got Mackay Berry at 86. This, depending on where he finishes, that should help. Zelderloo could get into the top 50 with this. And then, you know, Granbury's top 10. You know, you really don't have anybody. Now, there could be some guys that show up in that. CJ Hope would be one. 73, you know, if he'd love to be able to cash it towards that final. You know, the final is like the top 30. So to be able to get there would be something else, right? So, but we got some golf left here. And it's gonna take me till almost 11 o'clock probably. Gareth Leonard at the par 5 15th. The extra control could help him here with the 2 degrees of course difficulty. Gareth Leonard is 1 behind. He will play. He's gonna play safe. And it's double cordial. He will take a 6, which that's just going to be a birdie. There's no blue chip involved. Maybe it should be top 75. I think the next one here, we'll make sure we give him that birdie. Schedule. I have 125, 100, 70, and then 30. That's the way I do it. So I'm the master of my domain. So we're going to give him that birdie. The patient birdie on the double cordial hole, and that gets him into the tie as well. 7 under today. Having a great round. Now, Van Dyke would go for it here. He needs to make a move. 36. It's not going to be on a question mark. It's going to be rough in 3. So even when you make that determination, the chances of you actually hitting it are pretty low. But green 1, though. He's not a workman, so he gets a pin chance. So he still has a chance at a birdie here. It's pretty slim. What is it, 8%? Needs a 1 and a dot. He gets a 4. That'll be a moderate par. 1 to 5, and he makes it. Trent McAdams will be the first to tee off in this group at 14. 4 degrees of difficulty, and 23 will be rough in 2. Green 2, master. He's semi with a dot. Okay, so he gets a pin chance. So this chip out of the rough is got a chance, and it's in. Trent McAdams goes to minus 20. It just rolls and takes the contour of the green and finds the bottom of the cup, hits the flag solid, drops. What a roll. 4 under on the back here, and he is in control right now. Still with some guys to play in this little loop here. Now, Elaine, Zelderloo. He's got to make a clutch putt for par, and he's neutral. You get 3 or more. Well, if you get 4 sixes, it's a special result. But if you get 3, including the white, then you have to make a clutch putt. 1 to 3, and he does make it, so he will earn his blue chip and get a par. I'm going to try and up the pace here a little bit, just because, as I said before, we are... Yeah, Roar. Roar is right there. We're going to be cutting into my sleepy time, which, you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I do need my... Well, if you ask most people in the world, I definitely need my beauty sleep. So Mackay Berry gets a 2, so it will be 1-5-6. His control on to par 4. Legend, yes, Legend or Bomber, he's at least Legend here, so he gets a blue chip, and the green 1 will not help him here. That would be real... Well, it does help him to an extent, but he's not a champion, so he still needs to make an easy birdie putt. Mackay Berry is 5 back. He's going to use that blue chip later, so he needs to make this easy. It's a 1 to 4. If he's got any chance, he's just got to make it. Oh, and he might have missed it even if we'd used the blue chip, so he'd have a partial chance at that. So here is a gimme par. So he misses the easy birdie and makes the gimme par. And then Wallace, we're going to do out of contention. Normal 1, that'll be a birdie for him. To 12. And Lee Song. You got 2 red chips. Yeah, he's going to use one of them here. He'll just give it to the course. 23, rough and 1 and a green 6, so he gets burned by this here. This is not going to be good because the green 6 is a bad lie in the rough, and so he's not a master. He's got a double difficult putt for par, and this is just going to be a bogey, almost certainly. So that was the lag roll. It didn't make it, so an easy bogey putt, and it's in. Them's the breaks. Heath Summers, 4 back now, looking like he's out of it. Not a chance that you want to attack the pin there, so he'll take his par. Green 3 might be the time to do that. So we'll get back to 11 here. Dustin Emerick, CJ Hope, neither of them have the chips to take control of this hole, so they just have to play it out. Here's Emerick. 15 is trees in 1, and he gets his putt made a degree of difficulty more. Not only that, he gets a green 6, so this is a bad lie in the pine straw. Semi-master, he does get it here, though, so that's a difficult putt for birdie. So at least he gets it on the surface. He's going to have to lag, and here is his difficult birdie putt. He leaves a gimme for par. Good lag, good par. Just want to get out of there unscathed. Lucky he was a master on that. Otherwise, that would have been a sure bogey, or almost certain bogey. Now here's CJ Hope. 26 is Golf Cam course, and it's going to be daunting. So, and we get the 3. This is going to be a clutch putt for bogey. 3 asks. Is it cordial? No. Daunting? Yes, it's daunting. The decider die. Clutch bogey putt, and he is going to drop 2 behind if he makes this. And we could improve from neutral to gold and lose the blue chip, or we try and maybe get 2, but we could also lose it and also double it. I think he's going to play the blue chip, and now it's going to be 1 to 5, and he would have made it anyway, but you want to just stay within breathing distance here. So, hey Mark Russell, good to see you here. And yeah, so Trent McAdams 1 ahead of Leonard and Emerick. Granbury and Hope 2 back. Speaking of Granbury, he will be playing 18. So, disclaimer, I'm having 1 beer. I haven't had a beer since the last tournament that I ran where I drank. But it felt like a good night to have one. It's a Friday night. I do have somebody, so that's okay. But I'm gonna switch to my typical soda. So never fear, my act will not venture too far into the stupidity, hopefully. Okay, so Granbury on this again 507 yards. We're now into the where 500-yard par 4s are just like, you know, taking a stroll to the park, you know, and then back on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, semi-daunting. Now it's a tougher par 4. 5 degrees of course difficulty. The chances of him getting this birdie here and posting the -19 pretty small. He does have laser, which would help here if he got the 1 roll after a golf cam course maybe. Or the other thing that could help would be if he ends up on a 1-stroke, like a tee shot hazard, like the rough, where he gets again a green 1 would be helpful. That's about the only thing he can do here. He has the green 1, that's helpful. What's 25? It's sand and 2. Sand with his second shot. Can he hold? He's going to probably have a chance to hold this up. Is he chunky? No, he's not. So we got a pin chance. He needs a 1 and a dot. We've already had 1 hole out here. Can we get another one to put him to -19 and post the score? Nah, it's not going to be. Not today. Moderate par 1 to 5, and he sinks it. So a par there for Gil Granbury. He's going to finish with a 63 on the day, -18, and that will be the score. But given the way these guys are playing, I don't think that's going to be nearly enough. Oh, I did it again. Thank you. It's okay. We didn't miss too much, but unfortunately for Granbury, yeah, I can see the chat now, but I get focused and I. At least we didn't. So Honorado here with so he's now 3 back. That's kind of tough. He needs 2 birdies in a row. So can he get one here at 17? And he gets a white 6. Let's see. So a dilemma here, right? So this is a real dilemma. First off, he needs a clutch putt in order to get the blue chip because of the 3 6s. Second of all, so if he misses the clutch putt, he loses the only blue chip he has. Second of all, he really needs 2 birdies. I mean, one birdie would be good enough to tie Granbury, but I'm not sure that's enough. He might need 2. So I think what we need to do here is let's use this. This is a tough choice. I think we're going to attack the green here. I think you have to have him try for that. Let's see. So that's a boy. Boy, I don't like attacking the green. It's just the low odds. The best he could do would, if he rolls a white 1, he gets a moderate birdie, which he could upgrade to easy, and then he would just have to hope for one of those things I talked about with Granbury on 18, because he's not even laser, so that's even harder. Let's attack it. We're going to attack the green. We need to roll white and see what happens here. And it's a 6, so that's the worst of all. Difficult putt for par. 1 to 3. Misses that. Moderate bogey. Makes that, and there goes his day. So that's just more evidence of just how much that is not an option, I guess is what I mean to say. Just, you probably should not rely on that very often because it will burn you. So, Legend or Bomber, no. For Chico Fonseca, Hacker, no. Probably could have. He's still in contention. So, Mood. He is Stormy. So, he's not Sunny. He has a difficult putt for par. 1 to 3. He does make that. And because he made that putt, he is no longer Stormy. Lucky him. Nobody likes to be Stormy in their life, right? Okay, so Gareth Leonard at 16. He has extra control here. He's 1 back. And he gets control with a 2. So par 3, 2, 5, 6. Not a hacker. We go to his mood, and his mood is neutral. So he's not Sunny. He needs a difficult putt for par now. The old green die is playing a little bit of games here, and he misses it. Stormy for Leonard, and that's going to be the end of that streak that he had going. And not only the birdie streak now, he's going to miss par, and he's going to need an easy bogey. Or wait, moderate bogey. What am I saying? And he makes that. Now, Martin Van Dyke. There's the 4 would have been helpful. Let's see, so 13. I mean, he already had control anyway, but I'm just saying that would have been good for Leonard. Then both of them would have had control, but this was the right order. I play it with the honor. So, 13 is Golf Game Course, par 3. Green 2, cordial no, daunting no, easy par putt. And it's in. Oh, Larry, you had to go there, man. You just had to. I was thinking it, but I was not going to say it. McAdams in the lead, and he's going to get to play the easy 15th. And he gets the extra control as well, so this could even on a 4, a white 4, he would have control. So, and it's double cordial with a 6. He's going to get the easy birdie, like the tapping birdie. Doesn't get a blue chip, but he will move to minus 21, 8 under par, and that is 2 clear of Emerick. Is someone going to finally take one out of Dustin Emerick in the final? It's kind of looking that way, but we've seen it before. Elaine Zelderloo with the course control, par 5, golf cam course, green 1. It is cordial, a clutch putt for birdie. He'd love to finish in the top 10. He's going to use his blue chip to make sure he makes this. And he does, or to give him the best chance of making it. So he gets a birdie on 15 and moves to minus 15. Cracking the top 10. 14, Mackay Berry. But first it'll be Wallace with this out of contention roll. So neutral, par. And Berry could have used probably should have used a blue. Well, he gets a second one. How about that? I tend to use blue chips there, and he's probably fortunate I didn't, because it gives him a little bit more to use elsewhere. 13, Heath Summers. 1-3-3. He has control with a white 3. Yeoman or puny? He's neither of those. He's not a hacker. So we go to experience. 3 asks if he's prospect. He is not. He's icon. So that leads. So 1 and 2 are gimme. 3 and 4 are easy. 5 and 6 are moderate. So this is an easy putt for birdie. And Heath Summers. What is he? 5 back? That went right down the tubes really quickly. He's got to make this without using blue chips. He needs this easy birdie putt, 1 to 4, and that's a 6. Gimme par. I'm not going to roll all 3. That's unfortunate for the Aussie. Young Lee Song, 55, golf cam course, green 3. It's a clutch putt for par because it's neither cordial nor daunting. Semi-gold, he could get rid of this red chip with a 1 to 4. And the green chip, or the green die, is doing its thing. We're going to use the old red chip, make it moderate. And he still makes that for bogey. Okay, so 12. Dustin Emerick finds himself 2 behind. He will use a blue chip here. He's going to take control. He's got laser and champion, which gives him a pretty good chance. 2, 3, 6, par 3. Let's see. Not a hacker. We go to experience. 2 asks if he's icon, and he is. He's going to get a gimme birdie putt to keep pace with Trent McAdams. This to go to minus 20. It is in the hole. So, and if you don't believe me, I don't usually show the book, but I've played this enough that I've got it memorized. So this was a par 3. 2 is icon. Yes, gimme putt for birdie. So like I said, prospect, no prospects gimme. Yes prospect, or yes icon gimme. No prospect easy. Yes, icon easy. No prospect moderate. Yeah, so that's kind of the way how that chart and the other charts are a similar fashion. So now CJ Hope. Just because you're not prospect does not mean you just automatically get a gimme. That's for sure. Okay, so white 4 is going to be 12. For CJ Hope, which is going to be in the rough in 1, green 5. Not so good. Master, he's not master. Difficult putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3, about a 12-footer, and he misreads it. So that's a moderate bogey. He'll make that. But now we're seeing CJ Hope start to fade. Minus 17, he's 4 back, and I think his hopes of his first tour victory are going by the wayside. I think at this point he's just got to be hoping to finish, with a good, good place so he can kind of get through the rest of these playoffs. Not going to be easy. Well, Fonseca and Honorado have reached 18. Fonseca, no blues, no strategy to think of about here. Sandin 2. Fonseca with the 12. And then a 5. Sandy, he's not Sandy, so he ends up with a difficult putt for par to finish his round. He would shoot a 2 under par 68 if he makes this. 1-3. Oh, it was on a 1 there for a second. So now a bogey. Moderate bogey putt. No 6, and he doesn't get the 6. So a bogey. Finishes with a 69. And good under par score for not getting any blue chips out of this round. He didn't earn any red chips either. That's not 100% clear to me if that keeps you from getting red chips, but I'm pretty sure you still earn a red chip if you miss a clutch putt. Here is Honorado. He can't take control of this. So 34 is Golf Cam course, and it's semi-daunting with a dot. So we'll upgrade something here. Is it daunting? Yes. Yes, it is. Double difficult putt for par. We will make it difficult using his blue chip that's left. 1-3. No. 1-5 moderate. Bogey. Yes. So both guys bogey that. Finishes 3 under 67. Alright, so we're going to start making our way through these guys, and it will pick up the pace as we go. So my wife doesn't kick me out when I'm all done. Just kidding. Okay, Van Dyke at 17. He's sitting at minus 14. He would just if he could get a birdie or two here, that wouldn't hurt his feelings whatsoever. 5-5-6, as he is able to swing well enough to get control here. He's not a legend and he's not a hacker. We go to experience. He's not a prospect, so that's a moderate birdie putt. And he'll make it easy. 1-4. And he makes it. Should have kept it, but hindsight is 20/20. So Gareth Leonard now, he has really 5 chances to have control on this, and he gets it. 1, 2, 3 is Golf Cam green, and that's bad luck because that is going to be challenging green here at 17. Green 1 asks, is it challenging? And it is. It's a double difficult putt for par, so he gets burned here. Coming off a bogey, and you just don't go after a double difficult putt for par. You need a 1. You're asking for trouble. We're gonna lag it. He's a professional, and so that leaves him an easy bogey putt. He'll make that. But that's back-to-back bogeys for Gareth Leonard and the Scots. Scott's been starting to run out of steam here. To 16. And Trent McAdams, your leader, he is on a tear right now. 5 out of 6 birdies in a row. He's got 8 on the day, and he's looking to try and salt this away, but he's got to navigate this little water hazard on 16 if he's going to do it. He's only 1 ahead of Emerick, so 24. It's going to be Golf Cam course. He does clear the creek, which is half the battle. Par 3, green 6. Is it daunting? No. Is he hacker? No. He's got a clutch putt for birdie. He has a 50% chance as a neutral to make this to get to minus 22. He needs a 1 through 3. Will the green die be kind to him here? Oh, and it will not. The green die is treacherous, and he's going to earn a red chip. Now an easy par to stay minus 21, and you have to think pars are not going to get the job done here. He does hold that out, especially Emerick still has 15 to play. Elaine Zelderlew. That's going to be a patient par. Mackay Berry. Good thing Fonseca's done. We could have moved him to out of contention, right? Anybody else? No, that's it. So Mackay Berry at the 15th. Speaking of the 15th here, let's do Wallace first. Double cordial 6 is a chance at a bogey on this hole. Decided I would be bogey, and it is. So he bogeys. Remember, I think I was in poor form when I was laughing at somebody for bogeying a double cordial hole. But anyway, so here's Barry now, and it's going to be course control 34. So we go to the golf cam course chart. Is it cordial? It's double cordial. So yeah, clutch putt for birdie. He's gold. 1 to 5, and he makes that one. Boy, a lot of high rolls on this green die, but Mackay will knock it in to minus 16. He's only 5 back, but still, that's just he's running out of time here. As are the other guys too. Yunli Song, but he's not next. It's going to be Sommers, 14th. Let's hang on to the chips. 36, rough and 1, green 2. He's not a master, so it will not be a chance at a wow. Instead, it'll be a moderate par putt. It's in the hole. Now Yunli Song. Okay, 56, golf cam course, and a 2, neither cordial nor dawning. It's an easy par. He'll make it moderate. Hopes he doesn't bite it on that one, and he doesn't, so it works out. Buying it to be 1 tougher. And now Emerick off a birdie. He has 5 on the day, and he comes to a hole that is one he can birdie and join the lead. Pretty easy hole here, but he will have to wait as he takes a patient par. Okay, RJL. And now CJ Hope. And he gets a patient par. Part the way through the round, I had a special result for Hope, and he had that half quality loss, and so he had semi-rust, so I took that away. And so that's made him neutral, which has helped him some on this round. But unfortunately for him, not quite enough, as he finds himself 4 back with just a few holes left to play. Now, Van Dyke, pretty much down the chart. He will be the first to play coming off a birdie here at 18. Needs a clutch putt for par, and we already know he's a semi-rust, so he needs a 1 or a 2. Nah, so the red chip, we're on 18. We can use it. It makes it moderate. Moderate bogey. He'll make that. So he gives back that stroke. He finishes with a 68. You can see just about everybody's under par except Wallace. Wallace is on the out of contention stuff and not doing so well. Gareth Leonard now. Man, he was looking like he was in good shape, and he has back-to-back bogeyed 16. He'll take a par. I mean, we don't even have to worry about giving him a chip on that, as his round is over. A 65 for him, but he's going to come up 4. Well, he's 4 shots shy of McAdams right now. He's minus 17, but he's one back of emerging contender Granbury as well, so he's going to finish outside any potential playoff to 17. And Trent McAdams, your leader, went on a birdie binge to start. 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, all birdied. Had a chance to extend it at 16 and failed on an easy, I believe it was an easy birdie. And now he's stuck with a red chip. Actually, it was a clutch, right? That's how he got the red chip. So, now you're stuck with a red chip, trying to figure out how you're going to burn it here somewhere along the way without making it hard on yourself. Okay, 135, par 4. Duffer or Puny? No, he's a semi-bomber. So, utility, no. We go to right now. Oh, and let's see. Well, right, the 1 is going to ask if he's cold. He is not cold. So he's going to have a gimme putt for birdie on the 1. Now, here is where it gets dicey. Do you use the red chip to make it easy? I don't think you do. You got to use it somewhere, and you don't want to have a meltdown. Of course, if you get a white 6 on 18, it cancels out. We're going to take the gimme. Let's just do it, and we'll figure out a way to use that red chip on 18. It's in. A birdie for McAdams. He extends the lead to 2. With 1 hole left to play, he puts the score up there at minus 22, and he's got to find a way to get in on 18 with a red chip. Elaine Zelderloo. All the changes you put me through. Trees in 1 with a green 5. Master, semi-master with a dot, so he gets an easy putt for par. He hits that check, and so that takes it from a difficult par to an easy par. And he will make it. Stays at minus 15, just cracking the top 10. Mackay Berry. He's got a bundle of blue chips. Par 3, though, it doesn't. He's got semi-hacker, semi-utility. Not a great place to use them. And he gets a 2 anyway. 2, 3, 5. Par 3 will ask, is he champion? No. He goes to mood. His mood is not sunny. So I think that's a difficult putt for birdie, right? Mood is not sunny. Difficult birdie putt. How many chips does he have here? 1, 2, 3. Just lag it. He's 6 back. It's not like this is really getting anywhere. Lags. Easy. Difficult. So gimme par. And he holds it out. Things are lagging a little bit on my PC here. So Wallace now neutral. 5 will be a par. Going to 15, and Heath Summers, he's 6 back. I don't even think if he eagles this, he's got any prayer, but we could talk in those terms, right? Here we go. Heath Summers, par 5, scoring hole, 136. Not a duffer, nor a scatter, nor a utility, and he is a hero. He gets an easy birdie putt. Needs a 1 to 4. We could make it gimme. Let's just write it, and he makes it. So, looking to build off of the victories he's had here late in the season. Looks like he might get a top 5 finish here as well, which should just further give him a chance to finish in the top 5 of the points. I don't think anybody's beating Emerick. Now Yunli Song, like as far as like the championship, I'm not even sure it's possible. 3, 4, 4. I mean, we could do it the way that the PGA Tour does it, which is give them like a they do like a staggered thing. I don't like that really. So Yeoman, Puny, no. Cold. Yunli Sung, is he cold? Semi-cold, no dot, so don't have to worry about that. Mood. And I think, I can't remember if I made it seemed like there was a mood putt that I forgot about recently. So, checks if he's stormy, which he's not, so that's an easy birdie putt. He's got to make it. And he does, so he'll be sunny. Lee Song. Sonny came home with some things. But he gets a birdie. So, what you should do on an easy par 5. Okay, so Emerick, can he keep pace? Do we wanna? Let's see if he can get this the old-fashioned way. Try and hold on to that chip. 34, Golf Cam course, green 1. He's going to be laser. This is going to be a birdie putt. Cordial, no. Laser, yes. Clutch putt for birdie. He needs a 1 to 4 to earn a second blue chip and to pull within 1. It is in. Dustin Emerick to minus 21, and it is nip and tuck here. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? It's going to be rough in 3. That's not going to work out so well. Ain't he just... I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get... I might get buzzed by the tower as far as, rights or something if I sing too much of this. So, rough in 3 and a 1. Workman, no. Gimme bogey putt. So, on a par 4, you get a rough in 3. That's not going to be a good day. Gimme bogey. We can just roll all 3. Yep. Too bad, CJ. He was 3 under par after 8 holes, but then he bogeyed 9, and then 11, and 12, and 14, and it's just kind of like unraveled. So, a quick reset as we are coming down the home stretch here. McAdams 1 up, and I don't know why that plus minus is in green. It shouldn't be. But never we mind. Just play it out here. So McAdams is going to finish up the 18th. He's got a red chip. Is there any advantage to a 6? We got a rough, and we got a bunch of courses, and we got a trees. So we've got 4 courses with half chances at daunting. If it's daunting, you could bogey. So I don't know. I don't think you want to... Of course... Alright, he's just going to roll it, and he'll play it after this. If he has to, he'll dumb down a putt to get rid of the red chip. Oh! He got the white 6, but he also got trips. That is a special result. So that's not ideal. Let's get the white and the black and let's roll it out here and see what his special result is going to be. All right. What is the special result? Par 4 chart, level 1, 12. Incredible wedge for birdie after errant iron. Golfer sunny the rest of the round. That's a problem. Oh, no. Let me see something here. So now I have done the mortal sin of the... This would be a meltdown if this... I got to figure out what the meltdown is because I've tried to avoid it my entire playing career, and it looks like I have no way around it here. A stroke is added to the final hole score for each unspent red chip. Well, so it's a hole out for birdie, but he's got a red chip here, and so we're going to have to make it a par. That's okay, I think. Unfortunately, the ball moved. The camera guy, after he addressed it, someone on the TV called down and said, "Hey, you got to make sure you count this." So 29 on the back. It would have been 28. A 61. We would have had a 60. And it's funny because I was just saying something this week about a 60. I don't think I've ever had one. I came this close except for the stupid red chip. So, yeah, so he's going to finish one ahead right now with Emerick still with 15, a birdie hole, maybe eagle hole to play. So, not out of the woods. He's just going to be... Why is that not showing Trent McAdams is done? Oh, well. Oh, well. I can't do anything about that right now. I got to play this out. So, Zelderloo can't take control. Hole 5 is 36. Trees in 2, green 5. So I think that's I do believe that's my first ever meltdown, and it only came because the special result basically he holed it out, but we have to kind of come up with a reason to cost him a stroke, and I think that's a valid way to do it. Trees in 2, green 5, master. Semi-master, he's got a dot, so he's going to get away with an easy par. He'll use the chip to make it gimme. And he makes it. So, a par for Zelderloo. A good minus 15. He's had a couple of really good tournaments here in his short career. And let's see how far along in this playoff he'll be able to advance. Okay, 17 with Barry. Does he still have 3 chips? He does. Did I give him a chip when I shouldn't have? I don't know. It's possible. 24 sand and 2. 24 sand and 2, green 4, chunky. No, he's not. So, gimme putt for par. So he can't even upgrade that. He's going to end up being left with chips anyway. So, which is probably just because I think I might have given him a chip after he had spent one. So, this out of contention, that'll be a par. It's a neutral hole. Playing through the kind of the leftovers here. None of these guys are really left in contention for anything. Summers will hold on to the chip. 66. Oh, and he hits it into the water. He comes up short. He catches it a little heavy. And a water shot for Heath Summers. His luck here, where he's won a couple tournaments, is running out. It's not cordial, so a moderate bogey putt. He'll make that, but that's going to take him to minus 16, and not the way he would want it. So Yunli Song, 56, and he just gets over the water. He's in the sand trap. Green side with a 3 is chunky. Is he chunky? No. Gimme putt for par. He'll pour that in. Okay, so the real deal here. This is a, and you know what? I don't think I've been doing the before the tee. I think we need to do it here because it's going to make a heck of a lot of difference. Well, it may not. We have to get on these question marks. Emerick is going to play safe. He does not want to put it in the water. Even with a difficult birdie, he could use 2 chips to get to easy and get into the tie. Although I'm not sure he'd even do that. I think he might just... But we'll see. Let's see what happens here. 34. It's golf cam course, so he doesn't get on the question marks. That's good, because this is a cordial hole. So it's not daunting. 6S if it's daunting, or if he's scatter, and he's not, for sure. Clutch putt for birdie. He is semi-gold. If he gets a 1 to 4, he will join Trent McAdams, tied for the lead, and get another blue chip. Everything is in for Emerick. It is good to go. He is tied. What the? He gets every putt. CJ Hope. Let's kind of speed through this guy. Oh, he's got trips again. We got another trips. So let's do the special result for Hope. 45, missed green on 3rd shot, poor recovery, confidence crisis, difficult putt for par. If he misses it, Workman till further notice. Difficult putt for par. He makes it, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't like that. Okay, so Emerick with chips to use, and down the stretch they come. And is he going to get 11? He might. He very well could. Mackay Berry, he might as well just spend them because he's not going to take them with him. Gets control on this semi-daunting hole. 1, 2, 4. So, Duffer, no. Firm green, no. Golf cam green. Not challenging, so that should help. Yeah, it'll be a clutch putt for par for Mackay. And just a 1 to 5 for him as a gold putter, and he makes it. So, a good round, what is that, a 68. Could have been a lot better, but a couple of bogeys hampered him. Semi-daunting 2 is going to be a par for Justin Wallace. And, well, if it weren't for CJ Hope, I would say that Wallace would be the only guy over par, +3 for his round. So not a good showing here for Justin Wallace. 17, Yunli Song. Starting to run out of gas here. It's been a long day. And but it's 115. Yeoman or scattered now. Utility, no. Moderate putt for birdie. 1 to 2. Easy par as he misses the moderate birdie putt. And that's in. Heath Summers. Still nursing those chips. He'll use them on 18. 23 is not only rough in 2, but he's got the caution symbol. So 3, he's not a workman, so a gimme goes to an easy putt for par with the caution symbol, and he holes it out. So no trouble there. 16, man of the hour, Dustin Emerick. He has 3 blue chips, and he's going to use 1 here to avoid the water, and maybe to get a birdie here. Let's see what happens. 5, 5, 6, par 3. He's not a hacker. We go to right now. 5 is going to ask if he's cold. He's not. It's going to be a moderate putt for birdie. So, I don't think this is a place where you use a chip. You could use one to get to easy. You can't use two because he already took control of the hole with one. So he's got to hope, as I said before he makes everything, he's got to hope for a 1 or a 2, and he would get a 1-shot lead over McAdams. I'm shaking it up. It's going in, and he misses. So it's a good thing we didn't use the chip because that would have been a burn. So that was moderate. So this is an easy par. This is not one you want to play around with. Just want to tap it in and make it. So he does. 2 holes left for Dustin Emerick. We're still in line for a playoff here. If he pars in, that's what we'll get. CJ Hope with a par. I think you had to use the blue chip there for Emerick on that hole because of the water. You don't want to chunk it into the drink. Yunli Song finishing up, no chips, 18. 13, Sandin 2, green 5. It's not sandy, so it's a difficult putt for par. It's a tough way to end the round here for Yunli Song. He's minus 17 is nothing to scoff at. Just couldn't keep up. 1 to 3, he misses. Moderate bogey. He'll make that, and he will end at minus 16. Looks like a tie for 5th, barring whatever happens with CJ Hope here, I think. And maybe Heath Summers. Summers has chips to use. Let's go ahead and give him control. Do the sensible thing here. 4-6-6. I mean, we basically forced him to toss one in the water on 16. So we might as well make sure we're using the chips. 4-6-6. Shaper, he is. Green 6. Hacker, no. Difficult putt for birdie. Needs a 1 to make it. Let's give him a shot. Need a 1. No. So now a moderate par, 1 to 5, and he makes that. So danced with the devil there and didn't get burned. It's kind of a surprise. So we've got only Emerick and Hope left on the course. This is not a hole to use a chip for Emerick. We're going to use them on 18. Here we go. 17, and he has control. 4-5-6 golf cam green. Uh-oh. Well, that's not ideal. So this, let's see how this turns out, because this is the one thing about 17 that's a problem, aside from this little this little caution symbol, is on some of these results is the semi-challenging, and we've got a dot. So there's, let's see, 5. Friendly green, no. Challenging green, yes. Clutch putt for bogey. Wow. So that's a 2 out of 6 chance that he even ends up on that card. Well, he didn't even go off the course card. He just gets the unlucky roll here on this one of the golf cam green. And one of the pretty cool things about this game, it doesn't matter. Like, you could think something's just an automatic, oh, Emerick, he has control, this is going to be at least a par. Well, he is a clutch putt for bogey here. He needs a 1 to 4, and I'm thinking about burning a blue chip to take full gold to make sure that he makes it. But, he needs to birdie 18. He just has to make this on a 1 to 4. He would get another blue chip for doing it, but he's got to just do it. Oh, and he misses it. Oh my word. Should have used it. Oh man. Well, the bird has finally come to roost for Emerick, I think, and that's just a really bad beat for him. I mean, that's about as hard as it can get. I mean, just going to the course, or just going to the green chart was... so 23, I gotta get focused here because... I mean, he's got a hole out. He's got a hole out. I mean, that's... I mean, I'm just shocked. He dialed up a bad... I guess he dialed up a bad lie in the rough and chunked it, and it just took him 4 shots to get to the green, and he missed the putt. So seems like he's made every clutch putt up till now, but he can't make that one. So anyway, rough in 2. Plus we got the caution symbol here for CJ. 5, master, no. Difficult goes to double difficult. And he'll just lag it. Okay, so that is a bogey. Double bogey for Emerick. What is going on there? He has done nothing like that in the past. And I mean, I guess it's his turn, like, but I still can't believe it. And I feel like I should have played it differently, but I'm not sure it would have I mean, he even got control of it and still got burned pretty bad. So and he doesn't have 2 blue chips to use now, so he's got to hope for like a quad or a 6 in trips. But first it'll be hope, and he will be able to get control one way or the other. He'll have to use both of his chips. So he takes control. I'm not looking at the chat at the moment. I'm just paying attention to this because I'm still just like, I'm shocked. One of the, it's tough to find something that shocks you in a game, and it's just like, wow. On 10 victories, and somehow that happens. So, and I hope I got the roll. It was 4, 5, 6. Legend utility, no. So mood for hope, and he's not sunny, so he's gonna have a difficult putt for birdie. I need to look at the chat here eventually, but I'm just like, yeah, difficult putt for birdie. Let's see if we can make it. Needs a 1. Can he get it one time? It's a 2. Moderate par. He'll make that. Can still birdie 18, but yeah, he's going to need something special here. So here we go. One last chance for Dustin Emerick. Or it's going to be the American Trent McAdams being victorious here. Actually, it's not that he even needs a birdie. He needs he needs an eagle. That's why I'm saying he needs special result, because he needs eagle. He's 2 back. And we got close. We got 3 threes, but we missed out on the gray die. It's a 5. So 35 is golf cam course, and it's daunting. So this is gonna hit him again. Cordial hole, no. Daunting hole, yes. Clutch putt for bogey. Well, we'll make him gold now. Too little, too late. And he does make... There's a 2 that he needs, but that is your final. Even though it's not showing up because I got my... On the leaderboard, because I have my charts or my algorithms bunged up somewhere. Trent McAdams is your winner. I will put it over here, and you can see it on that side. A 9 under 61 for Trent McAdams. He played his tail off, and regardless of Emerick being 3 over on the last 2 holes, you know, to hit 9 birdies, and really 10 if you count 18 with the stupid leaving the red chip there, which I might have been able to burn off on 17, which I didn't. So yeah, that's this. Yeah, thank you for hanging in here with me. A little bit of a long. It does get a little long with the 6s, you know, with the 6 doubles, or twosomes, whatever you want to call it. It can be a little long because you're just flipping more hole cards, but I'm gonna real quick while I'm sitting here talking, and because it's about bedtime. If you go to the Play website, which I will take you to here, if you go to free stuff and you go to History Maker Golf, right here you've got Tom Kerwin's plop ratings. Now, plop sounds like something disgusting, but it's not, because this is basically this is the ratings for all the courses as far as difficulty goes. And so this one should be pretty low on the difficulty list. I mean, you saw how we played here, and it's taking a little time because we're streaming and all this good stuff, but I'm glad that my microphone held up. But hopefully Tom Kerwin enjoys getting his chart here, a little bit of press. And where is Greensboro? Right here. So the toughest course in the Play library is right there, which is Marion in suburban Philadelphia. Ardmore, PA. Wicker Pin is the fictional name. So both of them in the great state of Pennsylvania, the top 2. Phones is Oakmont, which is in just outside of downtown Pittsburgh, right along the freeway. Then you have Firth of Clyde, which we played. That was Troon, Royal Troon. And you got Royal Hawtree, which might be, is that Birkdale maybe? Sometimes I don't remember all these. Then you got Founders, which is it's on Long Island. Is it Winged Foot? That might be Winged Foot. There's also Shinnecock Hills, but I think that's. Let me look down the list here. That might be here somewhere. This is Bethpage. Not sure if that's Shinnecock or Winged Foot. I forget. So, anyway, this is just a good reference if you want to take a look and see what you're going to expect when you play around. If you see it over on this side of the chart, then I think you're probably going to be happy. Not to say you aren't going to be happy with these, but it's just when you get up to this range, you're just going to start getting into hole after hole where you're checking the course charts and the hazard charts and things, and it's just, it's great how different the game plays based on the difficulty of the course. It's like you can have. Now this one, it was easy, but it's not like everything was. Not like there was a lot of cordial to it either. It's like you only had 2 par 5s. And there just wasn't much daunting. So, if I take a look here, we've got Great Woods next. Great Woods. Where are you, Great Woods? Oh, down here. So, it's even easier than this course. So that should be a fun play, I would say. Scoring. We'll see how that works out. It'll be the top 100 is what I'm using. And then we go to Temple of the Shrine, which I think is what RJL also had done, which is Medina. They use Olympia Fields in the real world, and I don't think this has been updated with the newer. So that's one. No, you know what, it is in here. I was thinking that was so it's right here. So it's a little tougher. And then you've got East Lake, which still is, I think, on this half, right? Is it? Maybe not. I thought it played pretty easy, but it might be over here. I'm losing focus, and I'm not paying too much attention, I don't think. So, wait, it's not East Lake. It's Peachtree, right? Peach something. Peachtree. Okay, so it just gets kind of over the halfway line over on this side. Peachtree. I was thinking East Lake, because that's the real name of the course. So, I also played Eddie Sykes, who was the other A- that didn't get a chance based on his ranking. I played him out, and if you're interested in seeing how he did, 267 was his total, which is minus 13, and so if you take a look at the leaderboard, he ends up basically right where Fonseca does. So I think that was also a 1-under round. Let me take a look. Let's go equals sum of all these guys. 69, so that's a 1-under par round for Eddie Sykes. And I already put that in there. Will this work? There's something wrong in here. Let's fix it. F10 to F88. Why would you be listed as number 2? That's why. There we go. The wonders of algorithms and changing spreadsheets to do new things. You end up adding columns and subtracting columns and rows and stuff. So McAdams, $1.26 million for the winner. Dustin Emerick, sole possession of second place, still makes a healthy $756,000. I'm glad it's not coming out of my bank account. Gil Granbury third as an emerging contender. A good finish there. He was still in the top 10 to begin with, so he should be pretty much there. Gareth Leonard, Yunli Song. Gareth Leonard sole possession of fourth, and then you got a tie for fifth with Lee Song, Barry, and Summers, Honorado, Hope, Zelderloo, and Alec Newcomb. You're going to say, where's Alec Newcomb come from? Well, what I typically do is I try to gauge how many guys are out of these final groups get. I think for this is just fine, but I have this little cut differential factor that I can kind of like skew the guys that aren't in the final groups. So I could turn Alec Newcomb from minus 15 into minus 14. Just like that, if I felt like. But I kind of like having one or two guys popping into the top 10, because we did have Granbury as emerging contender, so I don't mind having Alec Newcomb ending up. This is based on his tournament rating. So, and then you get some of these other guys. So, I'm not going to do anything with my standings yet. I could pretty quickly. Okay, so Larry, Founders, Play hasn't released Winged Foot yet. And that may be where they're playing in a couple weeks, right? Or next weekend is Winged Foot, maybe. I'm pretty sure someone has made a user-created copy of Winged Foot, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I think it is, but I'm just trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was Winged Foot. So Founders is Shinnecock, and then the latest one has been calculated, and it's on the Delphi forum. So if you go to Google and search Delphi with play with the extra A, you will go to that forum, which is a real treasure trove of lots of different projects and all sorts of user-created content and things like that. Links to Google Drives or other file sharing stuff that will enhance your gaming process. That's one of the great things about this particular manufacturer is that they definitely take a user we'll say a user creator friendly approach. They just don't say buy our stuff. I mean, they want you to buy their stuff, obviously, and please do, but you don't have to necessarily break the bank in order to be able to do certain things, and you could be able to, you could pay for a relatively inexpensive price to get how the different pack, like for golf, the golfer sets, courses, how those are both rated, and you could design your own. And same for a lot of the other sports, and it's really just one of the great things about play. There are other manufacturers that users have been able to kind of like unravel the secrets and stuff, but it's just not so endorsed. So anyway, I don't want to take up any more time. Been broadcasting here for almost 2 hours. Thanks for watching with me on a Friday night. It was a beautiful night for golf. It was a beautiful night for Trent McAdams getting a victory when basically head-to-head down the stretch with Dustin Emerick. Of course, he was a couple holes ahead of Emerick, but finally somebody put pressure on Emerick, and he just couldn't handle it. But he's got 10 wins so far, and let's just not be surprised when he wins a couple more in these last 3 playoffs. So we'll see you next for the New England Playoff Classic, and until then, keep watching all the great YouTube content going on out here, and we'll be back again one of these days pretty soon. So see ya.